Hi, Sagittarius. This is Just with your November 4th, 2019 weekly reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. Sagittarius, this particular week, some of you definitely are, you may start interviewing process this week, and it could be positive for some of you. You may have a slow beginning this week. You may not be tackling everything as much as you would like this particular week, but I see, as far as business finances is concerned, and when I say that, that means any financial tie you may have with another. It could be in business, it could be your job, it could be your own personal career, your own personal business that you run. I feel that you may be dealing with someone who is very authoritative, who is very cold, very distant emotionally. Don't expect people to be so nice and fuzzy and warm toward you this week. I feel like people are being very domineering, hard to compromise, and they're standing their ground, which is fine. I feel like you definitely can handle it. If you are a Sag man, you are very much control and authoritative this week and very sure about yourself, but you are emotionally unstable at this time. Sagittarius women, you may be dealing with someone who could be very emotionally manipulating or holding back emotionally, very cold, okay, very black and white. I think that you will be very emotionally available, compassionate to others. You will be the person that people call upon to help them through situations. And I feel financially, you're feeling very stable and independent. Your finances may be very good at this time, or you just feel like things are good. If you have your own business, I see an increase this week, maybe anywhere from $700 to $900, just under $1,000 for some of you. You may be falling just short of $1,000 for some of you, absolutely. And I also see that some of you may find yourself focusing very much on your finances, just not just in this week, but long term. Some of you could be starting something. This could be the time of year where you have to work some part of your business. You have to implement some part of your business, or if you work at a job, this is a season to start something in your workplace, start a project, start something new. And so you're working and focusing on that. And I feel that if you are starting this something new, some of you are looking at your finances long term. And this may include some form of a move, which isn't happening now, which is good because we're in Mercury in retrograde, but you are preparing, reviewing, and analyzing and revising any preparations and plans to move forward, to possibly move down the line. And there may be an opportunity. You may get some good news in moving at a distance. Absolutely. And you may not be taking everyone with you. So if you have a certain dynamic of family in your home, everyone that may not be coming with you with this particular move that you're going to endure down the line. I feel like some of you may be looking at your finances and saying you want this amount of money. This is how you want to live in this year's time, 3 months, 5 years down the line, 5 years, 3 years, that sort of thing down the line. But you may not feel like you have all the tools to do it. And some of it is out of your control financially, or how you're going to get to this place. But there's going to be some form of good news. You may feel like justice is on your side, which will be very beneficial. So if you have a judgment towards someone, you're about to take someone to court, it will go in your favor, Sagittarius. It certainly will go in your favor. Now, some of you may be paying out monies. You may be spending monies on decorating a home, building your home, things when it comes to home matters, more practical areas of life is what you're more focused on at this time. And if you have made an investment and you may have lost a little bit, you will be getting increase in your investments is what I see here. It may not be everything that you wanted it to be, but you may fall a little short of what you wanted to project your investments to be, but it will be an increase. So really feeling good about some form of outcome that will definitely go in your favor. Now, I feel there's open-ended situations that you're still needing to address. And I feel that either you're not communicating or you're not getting communications that you need. And some of you may just let it go altogether, give up on the situation. Again, if you are decorating your home, putting money into your house or into your home, you may take a step back and try to evaluate your finances to see if you should put more money into it. If you should do it now, should you wait? Like, does it make sense to do this? And some of you may put more money in to fix up your home. You just may not be happy with your home life. There's something about home life that you're not too happy about. And I feel like you may be a little bit confused as to should you put more money in? Should you invest time, energy, and effort into this home, into this property? And some of you may just let that go and start preparing for your move, which can come further down the line, as I said. And although you're still not completely sure about it, and you may have a lot of options, because I see a lot of options coming your way toward the end of the week, going into next week. A lot of possibilities will be there. I feel like you will get very clear about it, and there's going to be, once again, like I said, a cause for celebration. Now, I have to say, you guys are definitely going through a problematic situation with family, with a family dynamic. This can include a money situation with family, or just trying to get very practical. You may be trying to approach it in a very peaceful sort of way, but you're not necessarily going to get cooperation from the other person. Okay. The challenge is accepting some type of dynamic. It could be family, it could be the home that became problematic. Someone could have up and left your home, something broke down in your house, or something in some type of possession you have could have broke down. And you may feel like you don't have the strength, or, that it's not in your control. Okay. You can't really finesse it or control it the way that you would like, and to accept that, to accept the fact that you don't have control over the situation. You can't make someone do what you would want them to do. And to allow the situation to be whatever it needs to be, and to let time prove itself, right? And don't wait around for this person. If someone, and that's in any area of your life, if someone's being very difficult and you would like for the situation to be better, but you don't have the control over it, then to let it go, and don't wait around. Just continue to move forward in your own life, in your own endeavors. I feel like that's what you will be doing, because you have a lot of things going on for yourself, or going for you, and that's where your focus needs to be. And I feel like it's all going to work itself out the way that it needs to, because at the end of the week, again, as I said, going into next week, the following week, obviously, you will feel much better. There may be an opportunity to work things out a week after. Okay, maybe 2 weeks down the line, you guys may get on the same page. If there's been problematic issues with you and another person, again, I see that coming more positive as we get into the following week. Now, as I said, judgments looks like it's going to go in your favor. It looks really good. Not really having much patience, or waiting around and feeling like you're waiting in vain. So don't wait. Just keep moving forward. If you are starting something, make sure that it's something that you've already been working on. Anything new, just start to do the research and review of it. Don't put something out or completely move forward on something completely new. We're in Mercury retrograde, and so you will have to go back to the drawing board, or it may completely fall through once Mercury goes direct. So taking your time, and I do see that in your foundation of taking your time, assessing your next steps, and assessing what makes sense to invest in, what makes sense to move forward on. But overall, I do feel like you're going to have like this whimsical, almost youthful energy about yourself. It's like you're not mentally, you are not as driven. You're trying to come from a place of peace, but you're not really completely satisfied with the way things are going. But again, like I said, it's just a timing thing, and I do feel like things will work itself out. And I also see that taking that time to evaluate is going to be a positive for you. Now, if you're dealing with, and this is in any area of your life, you guys are dealing with air signs, that may be very, very difficult to communicate with air signs right now. I feel like either they are expecting, it may be a judgment. So it could be literally having to take an air sign to court, because, at this point, it's like you guys can't come to some type of resolve. It will go in your favor, as I said, especially if you're dealing with air signs. It doesn't have to be any sign, but particularly air signs. And air signs may be not out for blood, but they may be very much dogmatic in right and wrong. They feel like they're right. They're not going to budge on it. They really don't care. That sort of thing. I also see some air signs wanting to come to peace with a situation. So you may be hearing from air signs at this time wanting to resolve a situation at this time also. So it can go from one extreme to the next. But it looks like it could be more of a positive resolve between you and an air sign. If you're dealing with earth signs, I see a lot of waiting around. This may not be the week to see results with an air sign. They will be moving very slowly, methodically. And so it's like giving some time when you're dealing with air signs. They're in a review stage of their life right now, trying to decide what their next moves are going to be. And they may just feel like everything is fine with me. So, hopefully everything is fine with you. But earth signs, they definitely also can be the people that you can kind of depend on financially. Not so much probably, but they may be the people that is going to give you very sound, logical advice, very practical advice. But they are very much self-focused at this time as well. Now, if you're dealing with water signs, I feel like water signs are not in a good place. You could definitely be dealing with emotional manipulators if you're dealing with water signs, people who are very confused at this time. But I feel like that's going to change. You could be dealing with people who are very flaky as well, too, water signs. So if you have any plans with water signs, just make sure, just assume that it may be tentative, even though if you've gotten your bags packed and tickets are booked and everything, it could be tentative. Some things can fall through. And I feel like a lot of water signs are holding back, but they're going through their own problematic situations right now. But again, as I said, going into the following week, things will work out and become better between water signs and you, Sagittarius. If you're dealing with other fire signs, some of you are definitely going to be meeting fire signs, possibly doing business with fire signs, meeting a fire sign. Some of you may meet a fire sign, and this may be your person where you guys are going to become committed. And it may be a long distance relationship. That's the only caveat here. For some of you, we're not talking about love. It could be in any area of your life, but I feel there's negotiations and decision making to be had with fire signs, but a good time to start something new with fire signs, maybe going out, handling business, meeting them in your home life. Also, if you travel, you can meet a fire sign at this time as well. Again, the distance may be a bit of a challenge if there is distance between you and a fire sign. I think that's it. So let's get into the love aspect. If you're single and you're out there mingling, you may meet someone. 100%, yes. The jury is out whether or not this is going to last. But I feel like some of you definitely will meet someone. Be very careful because someone from your past could come back. And whoever they were in the past, they are no different. They have not changed. And I feel like you guys are really looking toward new things that are coming your way, not necessarily the old. But I feel that some of you may not feel like, there's a long-term relationship to be had. Like, I'm not, I don't think I'm ever going to get married. I don't know if I'm ever going to, that sort of thing. But you may feel like, I'm not even going to stress it. Some of you may get to a point toward the end of the week that you are stalking someone, or someone is stalking you. We'll find out a little bit more in the extended, but there is some stalking because there's a unresolved issue between you and another person. And if you're stalking, that'll end. That's going to come to an end. You may still be emotionally confused, not sure, but you're going to have a lot of options. And I see you going out. I see you guys going on a date, going out with someone, or at least someone offering to take you out, to spend some time with you, is what it looks like to me. So if someone flaked on you this weekend or earlier in the week, they may be making up for that by next weekend or the week following. Absolutely is what I see here. Now, in couple relationships, it looks like some of you are not happy because your relationship may be very challenged at this time. Distance could become a huge problem if you guys are at a distance from one another. Someone's trying to bridge the gap, but they can't. They may have said that they were going to try to see you, them, and that fell through. And it is taking a hit. Your relationship is taking a hit because of it. It's out of your control. So try your best to just, hang in there as best as you can. I feel like some of you are also dealing with a liar. And this could literally be your mate who's not being very honest with you. They're not paying you as much attention as you would like them to. There's some things that you may have found out, but you're not saying anything about it just yet. If this person hasn't been emotionally available to you, I feel like, again, they're going to try to make up for that next week. Even though there's cracks in the foundation, as I've said to other signs during these weeklies, and I see that in your spread too, Sagittarius, in a committed relationship, I feel that if there's been anything problematic, you probably would try to let it go. Even though you may see the writing on the wall, like it may be very clear to you that, we're not going to stay together, or, this isn't going to work out, or like, now, some of you just really know, like, but you may feel that it's not time to just completely break up, because I don't see a breakup. Someone in a relationship, it's like, okay, we don't live around each other, or our schedules don't match and we're hardly seeing each other. And someone is now possibly going out and spending more time with their girlfriends, spending more time with their guy friends, just spending more time out, while the other person is like confused. Like, if you have time to go out, we could have made time together. So it's almost like, for Sagittarius, I'm seeing some of you are starting to see that this relationship, the cracks, is getting bigger. Right. And you may feel like there's nothing that you could do about it. Like, I can't control this. I don't know exactly what to do. The person may be telling you that it's all fine and everything is okay and we're fine. But there's something that's telling you deep down inside that, no, it's not okay. Your actions aren't mimicking your words. You're telling me one thing and you're doing something different. So you're confused as what the truth is. But because I guess you love the person and you don't want to, break it up, you're going to try to work it out. And, as a result, we'll look a bit deeper in the ascendant, because I have several cards out here already for you guys. But I feel that, like I said, there is this feeling like somebody is not being honest. You may already know. Some of you just already know that, this person is going out. They're seeing other people. You may have, again, I don't see a breakup. You just may be completely aware of what's going on here, and not trying to really say anything, and not feeling like the situation is very, you may know that it's problematic, but you don't want to address the elephant in the room. And I feel like you may be losing hope that it's repairable, but I feel like there's still a wanting to work toward this, okay? Even though I just keep getting Sagittarius, and I'm sorry to have to tell you this, it keeps becoming more and more clear that this situation may be more problematic than what you want to believe, right? You want to believe that everything is going to be okay. And again, because maybe you guys have this on again, off again, like the person kind of cuts out, they're not as attentive, and then they come around and you guys go out and you spend time, and then it's fine, and then when they check out, they check out. So it's this weird dichotomy where it's like, I don't know, I'm feeling like it's this, but I'm not sure if it's 100% that. Is kind of what I'm getting. If there's anyone from your past that you're considering trying to reconcile situations with, if you're feeling like, no, they haven't changed, believe yourself. Believe you. Okay. Believe how you feel about the situation, because you know exactly what's going on here. You're not dumb about anything. So you just need to believe it. And I feel like you guys will still be confident. That's the thing. Even though the situation may be glaringly obvious, you're still confident within self. It's not breaking you. It's not tearing you down or anything like that. You're going to be okay in the midst of all of it, whatever this might be. But any extended, we're going to look a bit deeper, because one thing about the extended is that they're showing something completely different down the line. So in the extended, we're going to look deeper into this relationship and see what's going to happen down the line. This is just for a week, particularly here. Your reading is actually going into the following week. So it's almost like a week and a half reading, even stretching out to 2 weeks reading. But in the extended, we're going to look deeper and see what's going on. We're also going to look at you single Sagittarius and see what's coming up for you guys in the months to come. If you're single for love. And like I said, if you're a single Sag, you may be attracting someone who is not really honest. Someone, and you may just know it. It just may, be all over them that you're just a slime ball, or something may be telling you, no, believe it. Okay. Believe what you are seeing. As I'm talking, I'm trying to think of a tagline because I just had it and I don't want to have to go back and listen to this in order to get the tagline. So if you're interested in that, click that link below for the extended. If you will, and we can finish up this love reading. If you're interested in something personal, click that link to my website and you can set something up for yourself. If you would like to share, please do so in the comment section below. And if you're new to this channel, welcome and subscribe because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Sagittarius.